All right, guys, welcome back to our bi-weekly Traveler game at Triple J. Last session, you guys are going to have to fill in some gaps. We didn't have, who was in here? Was it?
That was me.
Zeke? No, Zeke was here as Mizoon. That was Andrew, but yeah. So we're going to get you caught up on what the party's been doing. No Jeff this week, so no Celine or Celine. You have been, your patron for this current mission is Princess Rao. You can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm doing this off memory. She showed you on her data slate, her little iPad, an attack that had happened, I believe in the Clark subsector, only to find out that, or Clark system, only to find out that Clark and Torpal both have bounties out for some pirates that have been doing these hit and run attacks. So those systems are 2 jumps away, or 2 parsecs away, single jump for your far trader. You guys went from Drinax to Torpal. The intent, I believe, was to use Torpal's gas giant for a refuel to save on some money before going to Clark on a 1 jump, and then you could possibly backtrack again, refuel, then head back to Drinax. So you guys are going to skip all fuel costs by doing the wilderness refuel on the gas giant. We ended, I believe, last session. You had collected some intel. You had met the provost of Torpal, one of the provosts, not the provost marshal, but a provost, and he gave you the video feed that was unadulterated, allegedly, and some other miscellaneous information. I'll let you guys fill in the gaps, but I think that's enough to start jogging everyone's memories.
If you look in notes, I have a public note called Ship's Log, where I was kind of filling in some blanks as we were getting information. We found out the Scorpion's Tail was a far trader. We ran into the Scorpion's Tail, a far trader outside of Torpal. It runs Torpal, Clark, and Blue for Star Drive services, and they heard about the pirates that had attacked. It's a far trader by the name of Argo that's got 2 double turrets with twin pulse.
The Argo 1, because the Argo 2 was the salvage hauler.
Yeah, I think Clayton, you did cut out on us.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just reading what's out loud, what's in the note there. So.
You gotcha. Yeah.
There was a 3rd ship involved, but he never landed.
I think that's where we're at. We offloaded our passengers and trade in Torpal. Did we pick up more?
We were working on that.
Yeah, we did not do that part yet.
Yeah, we were working on that because we're going to Clark, I think was the next planet we're going to.
Right, and you guys...
Blue?
What's that?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were going to Blue as well. Is that right?
So
we're skipping the last place that got attacked because we know they got attacked. We're going to go to the place that we're anticipating an attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah.
see if we can get there early and get some more information right off the get.
Although I have a really strong feeling that the far trader that was leaving when we were coming in, yeah, those poor people probably aren't going to make it very long. So the sooner we can get off here, the sooner I might be able to help them.
Before we get going, though, just some quick accounting. So if I was trying to figure out how much we want to leave in the ship bank for now, and then I'll tell everybody what we made up per person on our cut from hauling passengers and things. And since we don't have a lot of money, my guess was just putting 40% away for ship expenses. But whatever you guys think. Okay. So that leaves, I'll put it in the chat, but that leaves about 14,000 per person. And then Are we gonna play? Oh, what's her name? Celine? What's her name?
Sealand.
Are we gonna play her and keep her in as crew? Or
She's gonna be on ship. If she's gonna do some rolls for us, I'll make the rolls for her.
okay,
Roger.
I'll just leave it at 6 then, and I'll put it in chat. Everybody got like 14 and change.
Yeah, she could station the. What do you guys find? The Zephyr?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the reason that you guys took the Zephyr, right, was because the expenses that would have had to be incurred on the Harrier, which is what's the Harrier's name?
The Antelope?
The Antelope, yeah.
The Antelope, yeah. So the Antelope operating expenses are significant, and it's free berthing back in Drinax with King Oled. Operating expenses are significant.
Oops.
All right, and I think with that, anything else, guys? Any questions from Mazen?
Is
There were the scout was there like 2 weeks prior to the attack, if I recall, like scouting the place out.
Right, there was a log of a scout ship being down port.
this planet's valued enough that we can open bank accounts here?
Yeah, I did share an image. The Raider Recenter is what I call the map. It shows kind of the region, or I put Drinax off center, so you get an idea of that little Torpal, Clark, and Blue cluster. We know for a fact, based on intel, that they've attacked Clark and Torpal. There are bounties by both systems. These are independent worlds. They're not part of the Third Imperium. They're not a client state of Drinax, and they're not part of the Aslan Hyrate.
Oh, and if we didn't touch on it, the king specifically said he'd rather we turn in the bounty in Clark because he wanted allies.
Okay, right. So that was the princess, but that was based on her recommendations, right? So Clark, there was two options for these bounties. You guys actually don't have all the information yet because you haven't asked the right questions. But let me be very clear. Clark is not currently. They're on the fence with dealing with King Oleb, right? This will by giving them the pirates. I think it's alive. They want to try them in Clark, right? It's probably a religious thing if you remember. These guys are kind of goofy. Otherwise, Torpal will accept them dead or alive. We got to provide proof that it was the Raiders that attacked both worlds. But Torpal is already friendly towards Drinax.
So since Torpal is friendly towards Drinax, the request was to try to turn this in at Clark to help bolster that relationship.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's up to us in the end, but if there's a way we can use this to get Clark off the fence and onto Olaf's side, that would be better in the long run.
Right on. All right.
Well, let's get some freight and get moving then.
Okay, I've been corrected. For a year, I've been doing trade wrong. I've missed a very important keyword, so we're going to get it right tonight. And I think Zeke has a proposed roll order just for capacity reasons.
Yes, I think we need to do mail, then passengers, then freight. Because the mail is the money if we hit it, right?
I agree with that, and it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So let me bring up systems. I want to bring up Torpal as it currently stands in this campaign. All right, I think I've already shared this. So here's Torpal. No trade available. We have birthing costs. We've already defined at 500. Oh, this is the other thing for you, Andrew. If you click on the system link on the test icon, I do roll for birthing costs and I roll for fuel costs. And once that's rolled, that is set for the length of the campaign, unless you're able to manipulate that somehow. So I won't re-roll it every time you come to Torpal. That's what it stands at, unless your standing go up or down, or you do stuff like that.
And the birthing cost is per day?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's very handy.
Run that by me again, Greg. So
yeah. So if you go to that Torpal system, on the right sidebar is a spaceports tab.
And that way we can always plan. If we're going to Torpal, we're looking at 500 credits per day.
Is that the per day, or is that the initial? So what's the initial docking fee?
It was 500 credits is what we rolled. We got lucky and rolled low, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's 500 per day. There's no docking fees. I would list that under extras.
Okay.
And then if we were to roll, if we want to roll instead of flat rate, if we want to roll trade up, that'll get rolled, and I'll do my best. Unfortunately, I don't think it's drag and drop, but I could try. I don't know if this is functional yet. But
yeah, and that's where I was telling you, if you run that thing on that Traveler Tools, it gives you a list. I don't know if it's rolling well for you.
Yeah, I'd rather just do the, because I got the tables in game.
Yeah,
and we could do that.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. I was going to build all that, and I started down that path. I'm like, nah.
So if we want to do instead of flat rate freight, and we want to roll for goods and even black market, because you remember we're not in Third Imperium space. No one's going to bust you for black market stuff if you hit the 6s.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I think I'd still rather do mail first, but then
it's speculative because you don't know what the next system's going to need.
Yeah, no.
And you
I like that. Me personally.
And we don't always know what's going to be black market in the next system either.
Right,
that's true.
But I mean, I think that's more of Deck's flavor. Like that's what his dad his dad did. So he grew up in the make it or break it kind of times.
Yeah, it's your guys' campaign. I'm willing to roll it out. You just you tell me.
Well, from my perspective, Mazoon is used to dealing with people and, working the upper crust to get things done. The whole trade, taking on passengers thing, he doesn't know much about that, so. But yeah, that sounds good to me. I would say, roll for freight, then roll for passengers, then roll for speculative cargo, and we can make our decisions from there.
Yeah, do speculative left if there's still room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's. I'm already getting Torpal. I got Torpal set up, and I think mail is going to be first.
What's the roll for that one?
Well, it's going to be a 2D. We're just going to get modifiers. So that's what I'm going to put the DMs from the freight table get just added to a straight 2D roll, I believe.
Yeah, so I've got the DM for the freight giving me a 0, and I'm just kind of curious if this matches what you see. Then
yeah, so we got Starport B.
We're not armored. You said we're not in Imperial space, so we're skipping the rank. We've got somebody had a 1 social.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, DM +1. So, anybody got anything higher?
Yeah, my social stat is 11, so.
Yeah, you got the highest, I believe. So you got the +1 from social.
And that was it. The tech level gave us a 0.
Yeah, tech level is 0, but I got a world population of 6 to 7. That's a +2.
See, I didn't see that on the freight. That's on freight, but on mail I didn't see that being factored.
Well, on mail you get mail says.
Can we
that
get
total-
mail since we're unarmored?
It's that
Since
total.
we're unarmed. I don't think we can carry mail until we're armed. I might be wrong on that, but
So the way I read that-
so the freight traffic, right? We got to first figure out. So I'm at let me finish. So the freight traffic table, right?
Yeah.
Freight traffic is you got a +2 from world population, +1
Correct.
from starport.
Correct.
Tech level's 8, so that's nothing else really matters. So that
But
plus,
we need to roll our broker streetwise though, and that'll give us the final number.
oh, you're saying from the effect from that?
Yep.
Ah,
Right, and then whatever that final number, that's what you plug into mail. That's the way I read it.
yeah. Let me why would we do that? Freight traffic DM. See, for me, it was always just grabbing the DMs from that first table, not the effects of the roll. Anybody play it differently? Or know an FAQ? Know what we're talking about? Because I'm 100% on board with the effects for the passengers and for the flat rate freight.
Right. Yeah. So here's how I'm reading it. Whether you agree, you tell me. So let me get to it. So it says under mail, your freight traffic DM. It's basically a table. If it's between -10 and 2, it's this, right?
Yeah. But your DM, I'm getting off the very first table under freight, not with effects.
I'm taking it to mean the DM for the total freight, which is all of those things combined.
Exactly. I'm only at a +3, which will give us a DM +0.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, plus the streetwise check, which we didn't account for yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but I'm just.
I mean, because we got to roll that first to figure out the total freight effect. Yeah.
No. These are just DMs. I see what you're saying. We're not going to do the broker or a streetwise check because that's only for the freight. We're just pulling the modifier off of this right now, the DM modifier, not the effect value.
That effect is part of the modifier the way I read it, but if I don't care one way or the other. If we're saying it's not, and I'll fix it real quick.
But,
it's just leaving one out of my sum, so it's not like it's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's everything but the check, the other check.
Yeah, I think you're literally just pulling the DMs out of the freight table, not making a streetwise or broker roll for an effect value to plug into that table. So that's not. I don't see that asking for the effect.
It's the mail's not, but the freight is, and so you get a total freight DM, and that's the freight DM is what I'm plugging in. But I see what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
I'm good either way.
Let's just keep it at this for now, and then we'll do the effects for the other two. Yeah. So the freight. Go for it.
Are we doing this because I have not got mail on my game yet, so I'm trying. This would be good to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't done yet was I was gonna go through some of those YouTubes that guy put together that went through everything so detailed.
Oh, Seth Krakowski.
But I just didn't get through them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I don't see effect being a part of anything on the mail.
It just says freight traffic.
Right.
Okay.
It's not. But I'm just reading it that it is part of the freight DM, and then you plug the freight DM down into the mail, so it's already built in, right?
okay.
Because none of that stuff's in mail, right? It says freight DM. It doesn't say.
Yeah, it says freight traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the freight traffic table.
The freight traffic Okay, well, and that's all based on the population of Starport, because I did do the freight traffic table, so I've done
Yes.
that one. So
Yeah, so I think it's just a +3, but that +3 lands us on the freight traffic of -4 to 4, so that's a +0. The ship is not armed, correct?
Correct.
So we don't get the +2, and that I think that answered Mazin's question.
Yeah, we're just less likely to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So and then what's our highest naval or scout rank? Based off character creation.
Well, you didn't give us that last time because we were outside of Imperial space.
Oh yeah. What is Navy?
Which makes sense.
Legit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
right,
that
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, thank you. And then highest social standing, that was the 1. So we're getting a +1, right?
Correct.
You have to hit a 12 or higher on a 2D to
Right.
yeah, right, to get the mail. But so we just need somebody to roll 2D. Who's gonna roll it?
Who's feeling lucky?
I think Carl is. Carl's been very quiet.
not our broker, our diplomat, whoever he is, he should be doing this.
There it is. All right, Carl, you got a 10. So no mail.
That was easy.
Yeah. All right, next up, we are talking about doing passengers. So this is going to be, 4 rolls. Let me set it to 8, though. Right.
And this
is where we goon this up, and I'm going to get it right
So
now.
do we have anybody with a steward?
I was just going to ask the same
One or
question.
better?
I'm training in steward, so when we get 8
But we're
weeks
not there
out,
yet. Okay.
we're not there yet, but I am training in steward, so.
Yeah, so I don't think we get a high passenger, right?
We don't get high or middle. So
Or middle, okay.
that's a couple of rolls. Yes.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
My guys have made 410,000 credits on high passengers, so.
All right, so rolling for low, it's going to be a broker, Krause, or Streetwise. Who? Well, you guys can figure that out. But so right now, for rolling on low, well, we got 4. We got 4. We got basic. Well, basic is going to be our first one, right? So basic.
So let me run this by you
Yep.
because I think this will make it quicker. But
Sure.
so my thought is we roll that check once,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives us the DM, and then we use that DM to apply to our subsequent 2D rolls.
You're just talking about just roll it and then just adding the because I think the dice DM is dice modifier.
Correct. So here's the way I'm reading this thing is that check, the effect of that check adds to your modifier, and then that modifier is what you use to roll the 2D.
Yeah, the result of the effect and the modifier combined.
Well, Carl's got a streetwise at 2, so
But really, but it's see, these should be applied to the roll, right? So if he's doing a streetwise check, and we're gonna say it's for the basic, which is a +0, starport of B is a +1, and population is a +1, right? So it's a +2.
Here's
So he
what
makes-
I've got.
But
Go ahead.
it just he makes the streetwise at +2, and the effect of that roll is where the 2D table comes in.
right.
I read it. Here's how I'm thinking, and I don't care which way, but I got it built the way I'm thinking, so I got to rebuild it. But my read of it was, you roll the check and get the effect off of that check.
Yeah.
That effect is one of the modifiers. You add it to the other modifiers. That's now your modifier for all 4 rolls. It really probably washes.
Yeah, because if the effect is say we roll a 6,
But you're going to get higher.
That's a
You're going to
minus
get
2.
higher effects. I think you're going to get higher effects the way you're saying.
Yeah, that's how I was reading it when we went over this earlier today. Because it's the effect of a broker, Krause, or streetwise check, but you get to add these DMs to that check. These are dice modifier.
I read it. If you read the passage above it, it says apply the following modifiers, and the first modifier is the effect of the broker check. That's the way I read it, right? Because that's where it is in the sentence. And I think that's going to give you a lower number, but either way is fine. I just gotta. I want to understand so we can avoid all the.
So we can all be on the same page and.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we can get through this quicker for all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's always the painful. So we could spend a whole session doing this. So I'm just going to call it because I'm reading it as I see it in Fantasy Grounds. My rules. I know you got the PDF in front of you, man.
Okay.
But to me, the DM, it gets applied to the skill check.
Okay.
The effect of that skill check is what we're going to use on the actual passenger traffic table when rolling for passengers.
You're looking up the effect. You're going to roll the skill check with whatever modifier you have, like you got a +2, and then add these other modifiers to that, and then you're going to use that total effect to be the dice modifier against the 2D roll.
Well, let's say the starport B is a +1 and the population is a +1, so that's a +2.
Right.
So whoever's making my streetwise, they're going to hit +2, then roll the streetwise skill check. Right, and it's against a task difficulty of 8. Right, so in this example, Carl got a 9. That is a +1 effect. You see the result is a +1 effect?
Correct.
So that 1 now is going to the passenger traffic table. It is a 1 or less, which means you've got 0 passengers roll on.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think what we're saying, both directions, it would have been the same thing, right? Now,
the way I did it, he would have got a +3 to add to a 2D roll against that.
Well, where was the? Against the 9?
No, you roll another 2D. But I'm cool. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I just got to redo my calculator if that's how we're going to roll.
What was that second 2D for?
So the first thing that you rolled is. So here's the way this thing reads. When looking to see how many passengers are available, roll a 2D on the passenger traffic table. So we agree there. Everything's good.
Yeah. 4
times. You roll a 2D 4 times. And apply the following modifiers. So you're applying the effect of the broker check and the DMs. So that would have given you a +3 to the 2D. But I
see that sentence you're on, and now I'm starting to follow your way now. Sorry. When looking to see how many passengers are available, roll 2D on the passenger traffic table 4 times, 1 for each of it. All right. And then that value, say we're just going to hit 4 across the board. We're just going to say that, right? Then that generates 2D for each one of those 4.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying too. So I really don't know. That's why I wanted to go see how other people.
Why is this not? I don't understand why these tables they're backwards based on the sequencing of that one sentence.
Yes, I agree. It was. Very,
and there's no example either.
So anyway, what you're saying is similar to what we did last time anyway. So let's just go, and then we can read more for next trip.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Okay,
yeah,
so this is the way I did it. I looked at all right, my son's got a 4 broker, so he gets a +4, right? And then and then you look at the world population and subtract from that, right? Or add.
Yeah.
Okay, then you look at the starport and you add.
Mm-hmm. Or subtract, yeah.
And then we're not in amber zone. And then whatever that number is, then you add that. That would be the modifier of the 2d6, correct?
Is it the 2D skill check, broker check, or the 2d6 to the
It's a broker. It says carouser streetwise check. Broker, carouser streetwise check. The effect of a broker. And then you get all these, you can, because how else are you going to get a 19 if you, because that, you have to have, and I lost my, I got to get an Ethernet.
Yeah, we're still with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
That's a good point. Yeah, because this table goes all the way to 20. How are you going to get it to 20?
Yeah, the table goes to 20, so you have to look at the broker, and then you're looking at all these other numbers and adding to that modifier. Otherwise, you're not going to get a 20 or a 19. I did the same thing with the freight.
Right. So in the instance we just rolled, the way I was reading it would give us a +2 more against that table than what we just got.
Because the
right?
9,
because you're saying the effect of the 9 is a 1, which is correct, and we only got the +1. Whereas I'm saying you rolled. What was your actual thing? At 2d6 +2, so you have 5.
Yeah.
So you'd have rolled a 7.
7, yeah. Then you would have got.
It ends up the same.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, because it gives you a -1 effect, and then you add the. So maybe it might wash, Greg.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to play with it. We'll just keep rolling with it.
Okay.
Are we keeping that 9?
Yes, you did a 9 then, and that gave us a 1.
1 or less. Yeah, it gave us a 1, which ended up being a 0 passenger. It was a 1 or less. You got to get 2 or higher to find passengers. That was for basic.
But see, wait, that's what messes you up, though. You're never going to get.
No, because if you got a 10, then that would have been a 2. Then you would have got 1D passengers. The effect would have been a 2.
Right, but that effect's always going to be low. That effect's never going to hit 20.
Well, the thing is, what I think as far as passengers go, what we're missing right now is someone with a steward skill, because that adds directly to this role.
And could he always have taken longer time to get a higher plus on his roll?
That's true. It is a skill. This not for this kind of skill check though. I'm not gonna. You're talking about time wise, because this doesn't give you time a time example for this. So if the check doesn't give you the time example, then we're not going to be able to increase it.
To get a 20 though, the way you're saying, you'd have to roll a 28 with 2D.
And your method would be 2D, add the DMs.
I know the instance we just did it washed, but I don't know if it washes all the time. I have to play with it.
All right,
play with the math.
Yeah, we'll have to go revisit. Let's continue the way I've been doing it. And this is, I don't know what this is.
But you do still have to. You do still have to roll for time on each of those checks, right?
This doesn't have a. There's no. You're right. Time has to exist, but because there is no time as written in the rules, it's not a adjustable.
Oh, I thought the time was written into the streetwise check. Because if you look under streetwise, it's got a time frame to it.
Yeah. Does it say that specifically in streetwise for finding passengers?
That's for finding freight.
All right. So
yeah, I mean, you would think it was similar. You do have to go, hey, man, who wants to? Yeah, I mean, you do. It does take time. Clearly.
Yeah, or it's a 2-minute advert, right? And then it's on the interwebs here, and people just find you and they book you online.
So what's the population of the planet?
It's a 7.
It's a 7?
Yeah.
So that's a 3. And what starport are we at?
It is a B.
It is a B.
So he's got 2, 3, 4. So I come up with a +4. Does that sound right?
That's for the low.
For the average basic passenger. I'm just going with what the effect of the broker carouse. So he's got a 2.
See, on my rules, my world population of 7 is a +1.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh yeah, he hit a +4.
So yeah, so he got a +4. So it'd be 2d6 +4. So now you start adding the Stewart to this once I get it up high enough, and then
That's what I'm saying. You got to make that next roll. Like what we just did to get that 1 that you were talking about is the modifier to the 2D roll. Is that what you're saying, Dennis? We really might have lost him that time.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, roll 2D.
Oh, did we lose Dennis?
Too much
wait.
bookkeeping.
Yeah, I'm back with Penguini again too. Reading this. Yeah, he disconnected. So right, so then I keep reading this. So the effect of a broker. So just 1 second, Carl. Just give me a straight up whatever your streetwise is. So it'll be whatever your right. I'll give you right. So you got a -3. We're just gonna roll with this. You got a -3. That's the effect, right? Now roll. Give me a. We'll just do a basic passage.
But then to that, you're adding those two, so the total.
Yeah, but it's gonna be 0 essentially, right? Because he's got a -3, then we get a +3 or something.
We got a +2, so it's a minus.
So it's -1. So I roll 2D -1.
Correct.
I see exactly what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because otherwise I don't think you'd ever get to that 20. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else because I desperately want our ship to be armed. So now I'm looking at the PDF as well, which I know is a little different than what you're looking at, Greg. But what I'm seeing here is you roll 2D on the passenger traffic table 4 times, once each for low, basic, middle, and high passengers, and apply the following modifiers. And the effect of the broker, carouse, or streetwise check is the first modifier.
I'd say I wasn't reading that as a modifier. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you're rolling for high passengers, that's its own modifier. Rolling for low passengers is its own modifier. And then you add the population and the starport. Mm-hmm. So like if we're rolling for high passengers, from what I'm seeing with the effect of that roll,
it's really -6.
Yeah, because we get +2.
-4, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we get +2, but it was -3 for the roll and -4 for high passengers. So that would actually be a -5 on a 2d6.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but so okay. So we can only do basic and low. Let's start with that. Let's give me just like a rules as written. Give me a. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm gonna clean this out. None of this ever happened.
Okay. None of these rolls happen. These are not the rolls you're looking for.
No, that double 6 was the roll I was looking for.
Not there.
Damn it.
All right. So we can only roll on basic and low. So let's get this right. So Carl, give me a 2D twice.
And
no modifiers.
And he can't adjust for time.
No,
Correct.
just say no.
For passengers.
Just do it.
So the first
so
one's
four. Yep, and low.
Fuck off.
Okay. 11. All right, now give me a broker check for basic or your streetwise.
Just no bonus.
No bonuses, yeah. Although I think we agreed this will actually end up getting you the same thing.
You get whatever yours is.
Yeah, so you had a +2. So the effect is a 2, so that's +2, so I'm at a 6. Then the population is a +1. Starport is a B, that's a +1, and I think that's all we're gonna get. So
I got a total of 4.
Yeah, a +4. Yeah, DM +4 on top of the 4 that he rolled is gonna be a total of 8, right?
We're talking for low passengers, just at the moment.
Basic. Basic.
This is basic. Yeah, we're on basic right now.
Oh, okay. So for basic passengers, the way I'm reading this, then
You get 2D.
we would be, so that 4 was for our basic passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the way I'm reading this, we would add 2 for the broker or the streetwise check, 1 for the population, 1 for the starport. That puts us at +4.
Correct.
Which would put us at 8 on the passenger traffic chart.
That's what I got. Yeah, I'm at an 8 on basic.
Okay, I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, now let's do it one more time. Let's get the low now. So go ahead and give me another streetwise. This is going to be for the low.
Wait. Yeah, I'll go ahead, but I'm
No. Let's talk it out.
The 4 rows, 1 was for high, 1 was for middle, 1 is basic, and 1 is low. That's what your 4 rows are for.
Right.
Yeah, but we're only doing the 2. We're only doing the basic and the low because you guys don't qualify for.
Right. So then there would only be 2
I've got you got a 0. All right. So here's what I think. You rolled that 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is your roll?
Yeah.
And then we applied a DM4 to it, right? So yeah, you got an 8, which says we get 2D worth of passengers.
Right. Yeah. So I'll roll that. We'll roll that out last.
I was not going to roll the broker check multiple times. Is what my So like
You
the
just
way I
wanna
look
roll.
at it is we got a DM4 and I apply that DM4 to basic.
I see. Yeah. That
But
makes sense.
Either way, I can.
You're right. It could be. It
know
could
what
be.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. That's
then
right. That could be a rough decision. But as written, you're right. That broker effect now applies to everything, and it's a good broker effect. So let's not.
And it saves you rolls.
Save some times. Yeah, I do like
So
that.
that thing calculated out gave us 2D worth of basics and 4D worth of lows.
Yeah. So we got 8 plus the low is
8 is actually 3D. So
there is disparity on different printed editions.
okay.
yeah.
I guess my
but
book's got 3D. So.
Yeah, on mine I am 3D as well. I'm a 3D on basic and a 3D on an 8 and a 3D on a 9. So
Okay.
so we're gonna get 3D basic and 3D low. Josh, give me 2 3D rolls. Man, this is wild. So 12 basic and 8 low.
And I gotta say, this makes more sense, in my opinion, to actually have time being a factor. Because he is doing all of the dealing to load up the ship in one roll. And considering we don't actually have time for loading and unloading.
Yeah, there's obviously a time. Time has to happen for this.
Yeah. And there's equipment you can get, like a cargo crane and shit like that that's supposed to speed up, but I was never able to find what the base time per ton is. And that's pretty much what it comes down to, is it's a base time per ton. I just couldn't find
I think that's in like a starport supplement.
Yeah.
So the way I've always pictured this part of the game in my head as a player anyway, is the passenger role doesn't have a time element for like the streetwise or the broker skill, because how many people want to go from Torpal to Clark is not something that any of us can influence, other than persuading the people who already are thinking about want to get on this particular ship. So in that sense, there's very little. You might be able to schmooze some people. That's where the broker carouse skill comes in. But it's basically, if I'm going to buy a middle class ticket, do you have a steward? Is your ship armed? Especially in this area, because, you're unarmed? I will take my 2,000 credits and spend that on a ship that has at least a chance of.
I just gotta throw it out there, because and then I will drop it completely. I disagree only because that person who wants to go to Blue, I'd talk them into going to Clark. It's half the way there, and you get out of this place that's in turmoil. The people that don't want to go anywhere, dude, you just got attacked by pirates. I'm offering a special rate. Come with us. We'll get you next system over. You can wait it out. So I very much disagree that you can't influence people to travel.
That's a good point. I mean, if you guys, if this doesn't fill up your availability and your right, then we could probably spend more time trying to get more passengers. We could set up a mechanic for that. But that's Andrew's got a very good point. Your broker or Streetwise is your marketing. This is the sign I'm putting outside the ship, where I'm putting on the high port ticket sales. Right? People, once the tickets are available, they already either know if they're willing to go or not.
And yeah, the Streetwise skill represents talking to the guys on the dock and, in the shipping office to say, hey, who's signed up for flights, and looking through there and, sorting out, oh, these people are likely to want to board or would be willing to board our ship, whether they want to or not.
Oh, see, I saw it as the guy sitting at the cantina looking for the people who wanted to smuggle themselves away from hostile territories and things of that nature. So it's 6 of one, half dozen another. We got our rolls. Moving on.
Well, let's talk about, Zeke, can you take on 12 basic passengers and 8 low?
Yes.
Okay, so you do have capacity.
Well, no, I can't take all 8. I can take 6 of the low. All the basics and 6 of the low.
Okay, so log that.
Yeah,
and have you guys decided if you're going to Blue or Clark? Because the distance, the parsecs matters on...
how much we get paid.
Yeah.
right.
I say we jump to Blue because it's another gas giant, so we can refill for free there. Our information is I'm sorry, I'm total table talking out of character shit. Go on.
So Blue it is. Unless anybody, because that was the plan when we started the session. I was making sure.
If we're going to Blue, we're going to Blue.
Going to Blue.
All right, so next up, so freight. This is going to be the same thing we just talked through this time, right?
Right.
Right, so this is going to be a little bit smoother. So let me get the effect of a broker or Streetwise right off the bat, and that'll apply to all 3. Speed this up. I like that.
The 2, keep with it.
Yeah, the highest the number gives us a better chance.
For those at home, sorry about that. Skype
Oh, yeah,
has
there
been
we go.
fickle tonight, and it dropped me out of nowhere. So we got a
Yeah, kick me too.
momentary pause.
I got kicked out too, so.
Oh, then you didn't miss anything. Good.
The internet is lovely.
So I get a 6 out of that.
For which size?
For the not for the size. So before I start applying the sizes, right? So then the major, the major takes away whatever. So the major comes to a 2, minor a 6, and incidental 8. Concur.
2. Sorry, one more. What was the tech level? It was right. It was at 8. So yeah, that was in the middle. Okay. These +3. So I got 6 for the basic, 8 for the basic. +3 +2 is 5. Starport is B is 6.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. 6. 6 for basic cargo for minor.
Right. And then the other one's less 4, and the other one's +2. Right. Major.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 2, 6, 8.
Yep.
Okay. Next up. So let's do that. So now roll your 2D for your major. It's gonna be at a +2.
Is it just, it's with my Streetwise or just a straight?
Yeah, just 2 raw dice, 2D.
Raw dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Raw dog them
did that a
dice.
couple times. Didn't turn out so well for me.
So +2 is to get a 10. That's great. next up, dude, just go straight down. The next one is going to be at a +6.
Holy shit. Alright, hold on.
13, and then the last one's at a +8 for incidental.
That was +13. I was typing in 13. I'll take it. Oh, I'll take that.
And an 18. All right, now we got one more table. One more table to roll on. All right, so now the freight traffic on a 10 is 40.
And that was for major chargers?
Major, yeah. Then we got to roll how big the tonnage is after that. But yeah.
So wait, here's where I get this backwards. What you're getting ready to roll for now is the size of the lots. Is that true?
I was going to do that last.
Yeah, because right now we're rolling to see how many major freight lots.
Yeah. How many lots and how much?
So that was the roll. That was the roll to figure out available. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So now, we got a 10. We got a 10 on major, right? So that's gonna be a 40 roll for how many lots of major are available. So 14 major, and then we have a 13 on the minor, which is a 5D. 22 lots, and then we got an 18, which is 8D. All right, this one I can see this why this has got 20 or more now. 23. All right, now let's go for just real quick for lot size. I'll roll it out. So our majors are going to be 20 tons.
Good night.
See, there's no reason we should have rolled the rest because we're already full on major.
I thought we had
Well, if we see what they all are, then we can.
3, so that's 15 tons for the basic because your passengers take up tonnage too, so you're going to have some loose space.
Well, yeah, we specifically have the cargo space on the list. Your passengers take up the staterooms, and then they each take 1 ton per for luggage.
That's high. That's only high. The lower class passengers don't take as much freight. The high class is the only one that take up a ton of freight.
Yeah, don't we only have like 60 tons to play with?
64. Yeah.
64.
Yeah, we can only take 3 lots. Is the short of it.
Yeah, three of the major. And you don't have spare room, yeah, because the minor is going to be 5 tons.
We might could squeeze some incidental in.
Oh, wait a minute, that was a typo. That should be 3 tons.
3?
Ah, goodness, yeah, 3 tons for the. I rolled a 3 on the D6 for the incidental, so 20, 15, and 3 are my rolls for the tonnage for major, minor, and incidental.
So I mean, we can. Yeah, so the incidental, we can take all those. If I calculated right, we needed a ton, not quite, for passengers. Then we could get 60 tons of major, that's at 63, and then fill that. We can get 1 ton of the incidental.
Yeah.
1 lot.
1 lot of, yeah. So
one
you're
lot
taking 3.
Yeah, 1 lot of incidental.
3 major lots and 1 minor lot. Plus your passengers. What do we come up with? 12 and 8?
6 for the low.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yep, 6. So I got 146, 143.
You want 2 parsecs?
200. Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Okay. This will speed up, guys. I promise. I said that last campaign, but
it will.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's like everything else. You just have to get used to the order you do the rolls in, and
yeah.
I think using just one roll will speed it up, like Pinguini was saying. And then I think if we just do, like, all the way through for the maximum to see if we fill up, so we don't end up even needing to roll the rest.
You're right. We should have just started with the major stopped and seen how much more space we had left.
That's right.
What I'm going to look for, I've lost a bookmark for it, but there is a website where if you type in the world that you're at, the world that you're going to, it pre-generates all of that. Now, it doesn't pull it into Fantasy Grounds, but if everyone's okay with those roles just being built in, it will ask, you know, what's your highest social level, what's your highest carouse level, that sort of thing. And it automates a lot of that. And I personally would be okay with some of those roles being in the background. But that's up to you all.
You can actually use your browser for your background, so you can, like, whoever's rolling it will have it up for everyone to see.
Okay.
You're talking about in Skype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out that link, Andrew. Click on that test button. I think we're talking about the same website.
Is that the one you talked about in your 102 class?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want that. I like that. Because it also lists available passengers for each planet.
It does. And you can roll up legal goods. You can roll up...
Yep.
I think, even like characters or the passengers with quirks will even come in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought was cool.
All right. Let's roll on. I'm going to pass time is going to go by 4 hours.
Yeah, so... never mind. I'm going to keep leading this down. We can talk about it later. I still got questions about birthing and staying.
Is the birthing cost a one-time thing, or is it daily?
Well, that's the thing. When you use that link that you just put in there, it shows you a docking fee and then a per-day cost.
Gotcha.
And the initial docking's higher, obviously.
Let me see.
And I read
really said we don't ever stay anywhere more than a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we say we don't. I'm kind of.
Yeah, now that I'm hard tracking it, it might be different now. Right?
Yeah, I think we're staying longer than we think we are.
Yeah.
We should be, rather.
Well, are we getting fuel out of the water like we discussed last week, or are we?
Last time.
We already refueled.
We already refueled. Okay. Yeah.
And then how long did it take to process that to high?
It takes 24 hours to process 20,000. If we're in this far trader, that's like a 24-hour thing to process that. So
yeah, but you do that in space. You don't have to be berthed. Presumably, once you pump it.
Right.
But it needs to process before we jump.
That's true. Yes. All right, I think we're ready to move on, right?
Yeah.
I will just say I appreciate everybody bearing with us through that, because I've been like pouring over that stuff this week, making sure thinking I understood it, and I still learn even more now. So
I wish we had taken that time a long time ago.
We'll make it quicker.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me get a task chain prep for you. Go ahead and hide. So we got the J drive operation. Let me clear.
5 minutes.
So the task chains are up. Anything we need to do administratively before we make our jump to blue?
So do we know what kind of freight we got? We just got major freight. We don't have to worry about what kind it actually is.
No, not on these flat rate freights. No.
Okay.
It did happen on one of our adventures once where it was there was a misjump and it was not delivered in time.
Right.
So The guys popped it open, and I think they got 100,000 comm pieces or something.
Made us rich and famous.
Okay, so I have a J drive operation log. Engineer J drive. I feel like that's Zeke.
Me?
I could be totally wrong. Who's my engineer J drive?
Me, that's me.
Okay, all right, yeah. So the Dragon, the result of 8 is already logged.
I'm not seeing the. Oh, I gotta open it myself. Never mind.
Oh yeah, the TC. Yeah, I can't. I wish I could share it.
I got it. No, I keep forgetting.
7, so got a 3. Great. Punch it, Chewy. All right. So another week of travel. Now, before we come out of system, I got to roll up on some randomness.
2 weeks, right? Because we went all the way to Clark, or all the way to Blue.
Yep.
Still, time doesn't increase on distance.
No, it's always, you do 2 jumps, it's still only a week.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just doing two parsecs instead of 1 parsec in a week.
Yeah, it's a traveling 50 miles an hour, you're going 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
The time lapse will be the same on a J2 ship. Yeah.
I've got to start keeping up though with the time a little better because, you know, a lot of those fees are monthly, like our maintenance cost, the life support, all that stuff.
Well, I do have the calendar. That puts us at day 17. There we go.
So I want to make sure I'm not cheating to the good there.
There we go. Updated our calendar.
Okay.
Here's the system of Blue as the system computer reads it when you come in system. And let's see, space. Peace. What we got here? That's not possible, so I'll re-roll. Okay. That will not happen yet, but I've got it for action. All right, so you guys jump in system, reaching the high guard here. System scanners don't come up with any anomalies. Everything looks good from the jump. And I just gave you some of the information on Blue.
Okay. Small areas of oceans.
And we are on board the Zephyr right now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So doing a sensor sweep, I don't see any fresh rubble or any freshly destroyed, anything still smoldering, that sort of thing.
Yep. So if you're gonna, I didn't understand what the dice roll came for. Yes. So nothing on sensors. Yeah, it's clean.
Okay. Can I do a comms check to see if anybody is sending out any messages or anything?
Yeah. See if you get picking up any distress calls or. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me your comms check. So adjusting the bandwidth of the ship's comms, you're not picking up any traffic, message traffic coming through.
And I am piloting the ship. Given it's a Class B starport, I'm assuming that there's some sort of traffic control to check in with.
Yeah, so the high port will direct you in. There is currently no queue, so no wait time.
Okay.
So under M drive, we were just talking about it's like 1d6 hours or something to get to the high port.
Okay.
Got that. I'm prepared to log it if that's where you guys are heading, which makes sense to offload your cargo and passengers.
Yeah, I would say starport first. So, and given that I'm at the controls, it's starport first.
Yeah, I believe it's routine docking. 6.
So we got better than 50-50 now, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's see. How do I do a rolls from my skills again?
Double click the die on the same line as your skill.
Yeah, it's in the total column.
Okay. Oh, here we go. So pilot spacecraft. Oh yeah.
It's more like 90-10. And
oh, nice.
Oh, he did have deck set. Okay, great. All right, cool. You guys dock it. So I do need to roll on berthing fees and fuel costs here if you're interested. Oop, want to bring up Blue again. And space.
We were planning on refueling, either wilderness refueling on planet, or more likely at the gas giant. So
yeah, I'm supposed to log it for the campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because if you come back with the Harrier, the Gazelle, it could be different.
Oh yeah, it makes sense every time we come into a system to get that info, whether we use it today or not.
Fuel. Of course, the docking and landing section isn't where it's. All right, Greg, you had the roll up last session. Oh, it's probably under the UWP tab.
I will just say that docking went exceptionally well.
Yeah, it did.
So starport, here it is. Yep, it's under my starport. So fuel is...
That high port didn't even feel us connect.
Whew. That's what she said.
Oh, it's a starport B. Man, they got some really nice starports out here in nowhere.
They do, man.
So
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so berthing cost is 1D times 500. We got a 3, so 1,500 for berthing here.
Wow.
Okay.
A little bit more expensive to berth here.
Yeah.
Is there...
The higher tech level planet. We just left an 8. It's an 11.
Yeah.
And then fuels, it only offers refined. And refined is 500.
Yeah, we're gonna skip it anyway.
Yeah, but I got it updated if you need it with a different chip.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can understand why Blue might have a little higher berthing cost, because just a J2 away is a Class A starport, and they have 1, 2, 3 Class B starports that are within a J1 or J2. So
yeah, I think the berthing cost must pay for the quality of starport as well, because it scales as the class goes up. Like a Class A is 1D times 1,000 credits.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
So
Okay.
I think we were lucky that there was no queue today when we got here.
You do owe me the 500 if you're going to offload your passengers and trade goods. And then Pen Man, you can go ahead and update the sheet and cash out. If you want to distribute now or wait till after the session, that's fine.
What's the 500? That's just a association fee or something.
Berthing cost. Yeah.
The 1,500, you mean?
Oh,
The 15,
1,500, yeah.
The 15 I got.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But there's nothing, no admin costs or anything, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,500 per berthing, yeah.
Yep, got it.
Organics, inquiry.
Yes, Raj?
In haste, arrival, hooray! And he's like trying to shoo people off the damn ship.
Get out of here.
Yeah, actually, as soon as we're docked, I will get on the ship's intercom. Passengers, welcome to Blue. We are firmly docked. The fees have been paid. As soon as we have clearance, I'll be opening the port. Thank you for traveling aboard the Zephyr, and I wish you well on your future endeavors.
Do we need to do medical checks to wake up our little berthing passengers?
Oh, I forgot. So we might not
Oh, yeah.
that. So ignore my chat then.
No, passengers pay up front. Passengers pay up front. The freight.
Hell
is
yeah.
what
Yeah.
Passengers have to pay up front.
Now, it is traditional among crews to take 10% of the low berth fee and put it on the lottery.
I was gonna say I read that piece. That's awesome.
So
I'm
I
okay
would
with
say whatever the 6 low berth passengers paid, we take a tenth of that. That went in the pool, and whichever the however many passengers pick that out. I mean, for us, that's just money spent. But
Yep.
you know, everyone takes a wager on how many low berth passengers are going to make it through the trip. So,
As the medic, I'm always going to say all of them.
There you go.
I'm very confident until I kill them.
Okay. So I got eight low berths. What is this? Oh, it's your medic check. Let's see. We'll see that. So low passage. A passenger frozen in crowd berth counts as cargo. A medic check is required. So you got them. You get a plus.
Normally?
You get a. Well, it's going to be based off an 8. I didn't have it set yet because we were still on the passage. But you would have got a +1 if the ship was tech level 12 or higher. And technically, I'm supposed to use the passenger's endurance, but I'm gonna it's a 0, just for the sake of making this easy. I think you're supposed to roll it on each. I think you're supposed to roll it on each of them. But
Yeah, you got to roll for each passenger.
Oh,
Yeah,
son of a biscuit.
so
All
5
right.
more times.
yeah,
Do
so
it.
you owe me. Yeah, you owe me this.
That's the lottery.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 8, 3 out of 8.
3 out of 6.
Ah, son of
Oh, we took 6. I thought we had 8. Oh yeah, we had 6.
So that's 5. Haha,
Oh,
yeah.
barely made it.
All right, so
One.
Got 2 more.
Mary didn't wake up. Fortunately, she was flying alone, not with her family of 4.
Thank God. We're not going to let them know, though.
Waking's overrated.
She's finally resting, you know?
Anyway, I hope you guys are tech level 12, because that was there was an 8 in there.
The far trader's at tech level 12.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for any more. Yeah, I'm giving them a 0 on their endurances for DMs. I'm not rolling out 6 NPCs for unique endurances. I've got time for that. All right. Well, hey, money in the bank. Corpse in the closet.
It's like,
Can I keep the body for science?
Yeah, the dragon kind of kicks it. Ineffective organic unit. Malfunctioning. Kicks it again.
Do you think we can find one of those pods? I've heard they have like these pods that you can freeze things in. We should find one of those. I want to keep the body.
That's what the low birth pod is the pod that freezes things.
Sweet, just keep it in there. Or her in there. It is a her, I'm sorry. It's not an it.
Yeah. Be respectful, goddammit.
I will, but I'm going to try and grow some plants out of her, so.
Composting?
Pretty much. I mean, my hydroponics is a 5, so. I got to use it.
Alright, well, let me make a note that Mary's body was not delivered to Blue. Just in the event that comes up in the next 6 to 12 months. Alright.
I'll actually, okay, so then with that being said, I'll use my admin skill to make up some papers.
Fuck, you got it.
She is legally mine.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, I'll go ahead and add a log entry. Carl has a body.
It is now standard in all of our low birth contracts that should the worst happen, your body has been donated to science.
There you go.
Boom.
Can you guys see that on the calendar, the note I made?
Let's see.
Bastard, I turned it off.
Yep.
Yep. Sick bastard.
Okay. We're Blue. Let's what we want to do, guys. I could probably roll up some stuff. I can make some maps.
I do have a question. I know we can't carry shotguns, but if I wanted to buy energy weapons, because I don't have any, and now I finally got some money to buy some, how does that work without getting busted by security?
Don't get caught.
Yeah, if the I've already lost Blue, but
Purchased and delivered. You can put an order in at the shop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you could probably convince them to deliver to your ship locker.
Okay, I just wanted to, I figured that, but I just wanted to double check. So
Yeah, I'm good with that.
No.
Let me see. There's nothing on law level as far as what's available for sale. Because the only rule I can think of at the top of my head that prohibits sales is based off of tech level.
What was that other company mining? Do you guys remember?
It was something to do with the cat people.
Which one is that? Ship's log?
I don't think I actually have that down.
What was the question?
Weren't they mining where the Argo one attacked?
Uh-huh.
They were mining something there. Like it was like a petroleum, wasn't it? Gel
Yeah,
or...
that's right. Remember that ship,
Yeah.
the ship with the claws on it took some, because they have orbital industrial around Torpal.
I want to use my planetology to see if there's anything like that here on this planet where they could possibly mine from or anything like that.
Oh, the chemical extraction. Oh, that's right. And they ended up with a bunch of like sulfur and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they stole a petroleum byproducts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and we'll do the check. Scroll way down. All right. So, this planet, you would think there wouldn't be any reason why they couldn't. The planetology reveals that the biomass could include petroleum. However, this planet is a non-industrial world, so they will not be extracting it.
Can we go through the old logs and see if any mining equipment was stolen from the other place? Because I know we have all the logs and everything.
Yeah, you're talking for Torpal, right? You want to know if they stole any mining equipment from Torpal?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the. I had all those. So the provost, and where is the investigation? So you have the electronics check to enhance the video. And, the records required an admin or electronics check. So I have it set. Yep. So nothing in the records indicated any lost or stolen mining items from the planet or from that company. I'm rereading these notes. I'm remembering more stuff that we talked about last session reading this.
So we were wrong.
All right, sorry. So, if the tech level is available, I was reading up on the law level. The government tries to prohibit the citizens from having these items, but it actually doesn't say it's prohibited from being sold. It's not black market. So, if it's a tech level 12 and you want to buy it, it can be delivered to your ship's locker.
It's a tech level 11 planet.
Is it 11?
Thing, right?
Okay, yeah, it could be. Yeah. I don't know why I have 12 in my head. Probably because we were talking about the ship tech level.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a tech level B, tech level 11. So.
Okay, great. Thanks.
We're still at Highport, right?
You are at Highport.
Let's see if anybody has seen the that scout ship. Because we know what it looks like. We've got pictures of it.
That far trader thing?
That's true.
The one that came first, that did the scouting before the attack.
You guys, the video that you have is actually the far trader that had the 2 double turrets and the salvage hauler. That's what's on the video. Yeah. You just have records of a downport berthing for a scout ship for a week before the attack.
Do we have the numbers on the scout ship?
You talking like a tail number?
Yeah, something so that we can use it for reference.
Let me see what it says. Yeah, so it actually has a name. It's called Misery's Company. That's what it was logged as when it landed on Torpal.
Okay.
Oh, it was the day before Argos 1 and Argos 2 showed up.
Oh, the day before?
Yeah, it was the day before. So they scouted it out.
Yeah, the day before, a scout ship logged as Misery's Company. Let me copy and paste that. That's kind of good.
Let's see.
No, the 2 at the Highport were registered as Argos 1 and Argos 2. Argo 1 was the far trader, and Argo 2 was the
salvage ship.
Salvage hauler, yeah.
And a Vagar by the name of Krish was the captain of Misery's Company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the cargo that was stolen is worth 20 to 30 million on the market. That petroleum stuff they stole. So.
I don't have a very good computer skill.
I can help you. What you need?
Well,
What are we trying to
see,
look up?
We need to look up, see if Misery's company has been anywhere around, reported or anything, and then see if you could look up, go deep in the computer, and see if you can find somebody looking for a lot of petroleum.
Also, look for a ship called Homer, because they sold computer scrap material to another far trader called Homer. So if that Homer's here, maybe we can get information on who they dealt with.
Let me check my terminal.
It's the deck. I just need to see.
So the dragon's finally able to do some shopping, and he comes back, and he's got a personal computer that he's got wired up to his arm that's got a little piece that's connected to his rebreather. I finally purchased a translator software package.
Nice.
Hey, man, it's good to hear you finally. Well, in common speak. All I gotta say, Raj, I like your logical tone.
It was counterproductive, and, well, organics are inefficient enough.
Amen to that, brother.
So squishy.
Yeah, so I'm digging into the computer, finding some things. What am I finding?
So what do you look for? Are you trying to get access to the Hive Port's manifest, and logs, docking logs? That is not publicly available. That is something you'll have to ask for permission to access, or you'll have to hack into.
I use my advocate to try and find somewhere to ask.
Do you have any legal ground to get this?
Yeah, we do believe that they're involved in the bounty that we're hunting.
I don't think that's the right one.
They're not part of. Looking for the authority of the letter of marque. The letter of marque gives us authority to pursue cases in the name of King Olaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So blue. Let's talk about their current standing. Right. So I do have a Rubers starting. Did I not? Wind drying, cold creation. Okay, I did not pin this, so I got to bring up how the works. It's based off of. Anybody know who's already in this? How the oh, I know why, because I have it in my notes. I did make it. Oh God, I'm a smart son of a bitch. All right. So port rules, starting levels. So here's how it goes. I just shared the starting level of all ports. So Drinax is the only haven to start the campaign. Thebe is the only friendly port at the start of the campaign. All Aslan ports are unfriendly. All other ports are determined by their law level. Right, and I give you the next portion of this. So here's the port attitude. So what's the law level of blue again?
Wow, 7.
Friendly.
7.
7 is suspicious. So they are going to be suspicious of your letters of marque as being a legal document. So if it was friendly, I would have made it routine.
Well,
or whatever 8 is, average. So it'll be difficult to convince them that the letter of marque has a legal standing in a suspicious port.
And I thought the letter of marque was something that we were supposed to keep under our hat unless and until we helped King Olaf get his goal. That basically this is you'll be forgiven after the fact.
It's our get out of jail free card after the fact, yes.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. It has no legal standing without an empire.
Right.
Yeah. So that's not something we want to break out of the ship safe by any means.
But we do want to try to improve our reputation with these ports we go to. So we want to be as professional as possible to raise our reputation. So
and here are some examples that the book gives that I could give you of upgrading the ports. So those are methods to upgrade some of these ports if you want to get them up.
Okay, so we are docked. Who is the broker among us? Do
That's
any
the
of
only
us
one I
have?
don't have. I've got Corrals and Streetwise.
I said I am not a broker.
Let's see if Sealand has it.
I have a 1.
Oh yeah, I know Jeff had it. Yeah.
No, yeah, there's no skill that starts with a B.
Damn.
I've got it. Am I muted again?
No, we hear you.
Oh, we heard you. We heard
I
you.
heard
We're
you.
just-
But I'm just
you. Sorry.
I'm just a 1.
Well, that's
One's
more
is
than
something.
you
Oh,
left.
what? I said one is better than nothing.
Yeah, better than
Better
unskilled.
than nothing. So what are we're trying to, what am I trying to broker though?
I'm sorry, as a player, I'm just trying to figure whose role is
okay.
which.
So
Admin
this-
and
I
advocate.
mean, I think if we're trying to get access, so here's the thing before we go to town. If one of us thinks we're smooth enough to talk one of the local folks into using their computer, we can do that. If not, maybe one of us can take them out to lunch while I stay back in their office.
Or we could take them out to lunch, try to schmooze them, and
Either way, yeah.
So, as soon as we land, once unloading of cargo is being processed and all of that, Mazoon is going to disappear into his cabin, at which point he'll plug into the local data net and use that and his clothing consultant to make sure that he is dressed to professional level for local standard. Make sure his hair is styled the way it's supposed to be. And given the law level, he'll wear his static blade and dagger and protect suit. The accelerator rifle can stay in the ship's locker.
Okay.
And once those preparations have been made, he'll come out and say, "So shall I take a walk to the port office and see if they have information on these ships?"
I don't see why not.
Yeah, that sounds good. If
Really go with you.
By all means.
I'll be glad to come too if they need a hand, but most likely they can do the lookup. If they need to just give us access, give me a shout and I'll meet you. But meanwhile, I think I'm gonna go around the port and see if we can see what kind of goods we can find for our trip out.
Absolutely.
I'll go with you as your bodyguard. Make you look more important that you know that you got someone. Raise your social status that you actually important enough that you would have a bodyguard.
By all means.
Your manservant.
Yes. Yes.
Get to practice your stewardship in real time.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, you got a lawyer and a bodyguard going with you. You should be good. I'm a medical lawyer.
And in this kind of setting, I think bodyguard would actually be more appropriate than manservant.
Okay.
So yeah, dressed to the nines, expensive watch, freshly styled hair, freshly chosen outfit. And I'll head to the port office.
All right. So the the port office is going to be on the same deck here as in the high port as the the docking, the berthing areas. So heading straight into the office. It's a glass door, so you don't have to walk in if you don't have to. But looking through the glass door, you see a counter with just like 2 administrative receptionists sitting behind it.
Oh, I just walk in.
All right. One of them, the woman, she looks up at you and says, "Oh, sir, how can I help you? Are you here to pay your berthing fees?"
Yes, and to making inquiries about recent arrivals and departures.
Well, the ships in high port are of public record. You can actually see them on the board behind you, and it shows listing of all the ships that are in and if they're taking passengers or freight and stuff like that. And then you do notice that one of them, they're all in green except for one. It's in red. It's called the Sacramond.
Okay.
I'm gonna
the
run
one
that
listed
through my
in red there.
translator software, see if it means anything in any different language.
Let's see if they give me that kind of detail. That'd be really neat. It does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Sacramond.
So as I come up to the desk to present my credit chit for paying the berthing fees, I do give a bob of the head. Sir Mazoon Enrich of Skaladen at your service. We are a week out of Torpal, and they had a spot of piracy trouble. It's my understanding that 2 ships by the names of Argus 1 and Argus 2 may have been involved, and we promised the authorities in Torpal that we would look for recent activity by those 2 ships. I was wondering if you have any record of those passing through this area in the last 4 to 5 weeks.
Unfortunately, we keep those records private for the security of the trade in the region. We don't want to, whether they're pirates or well-intentioned, we don't know which individuals are which, so we don't want to be able to divulge that kind of information. It also makes trade much more open here by keeping those kind of records private.
And yet, arrivals and departures are public record, are they not?
They are. If you were to sit here for weeks or months, you could make your own log of this. This is as a matter of good business. We do not release our records. We do keep them private.
Very well. I hand my credit chit over. This, of course, is to pay the berthing fees for this effort.
Okay. Standard berthing is 500 credits. Is that what you wish to pay?
1,500.
Oh, 1,500, yeah, 1,500. Thanks, man.
I was like, hey, I'll
I get it, yeah. Our entire last campaign, we kept it at a flat rate, but so yeah. I got used to this.
I believe just in case I'll pay for 2 days, so 3,000 credits, please.
Okay. With that, the clerk, the receptionist, will go ahead and run that.
And by the way, that means that we can put the berthing fees that you took out of the ship's fund back into the ship's fund, because Mazoon is taking that off his personal card.
Okay.
And of course, we'll be making arrangements for possible cargo and passengers.
Yep.
But of course, my ship's purser will take care of that. Thank you very much for your time.
Says, yeah. And she says the terminals here in this office and in the hangar are free for public use for listing services.
The dragon pulls
Okay.
out a small Geiger counter from off of his belt, and he turns the volume up on loud, and he starts scanning the person behind the desk, and he starts scanning around the room, going, yep, of course, yep. It's fine. Private records, it's okay. Your limbs will fall off eventually, it's fine. And he kind of starts walking out.
See it more like a Ghostbusters. You're like Egon with that little thing going around.
Yeah, just enough to plant the seed that if they dealt with the ships we talk about, they might have been exposed to radiation poisoning.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, okay. I wasn't picking that up. Awesome. Hey, everybody heading back out then?
We're leaving this office, yes. Then I look at those who are with me. I plan on spending a few hours seeing if anyone who is aboard the station currently is more talkative than the clerks are. If you wish to accompany me, by all means, you're welcome. I certainly will not demand that you accompany me going from place of entertainment to place of entertainment.
Well,
Irrelevant
job's
social interactions.
my job's to protect the captain of the ship, so I'll be going wherever you go, sir.
Wouldn't that be Deck? It's his ship. I mean, that would make him the captain. The dragon says.
That's technically true, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Ego stroking, social interactions. Waste of time. Understood.
But he's got the social status. I want to keep up the image of his social status, so I'll still stay with him.
You got a noble, aren't you, Mazin?
Yes.
Yes, I thought. Okay.
Officially a Knight of the Imperium.
Yeah.
So for the social status, I'd rather stay with you for now, just to keep up the image.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there too. Just as somebody to try and keep you out of trouble.
And there's I don't know if you're high enough yet, Mazun, but there is a way that you're supposed to spend money to maintain social standing too.
Yes, it's a budget of, technically it's 11,000 credits a month. I will actually, my plan is currently to spend 12,000 credits a month, because 6 months of that does increment your social stat.
It does, yeah. So you increase it.
Yeah.
How are you doing that? You just hitting up the Tweeterverse, or there's ways to self promote and increase that. You know what I mean?
Mazun's plan is to do that through entertainment, dress, basically letting the people who see him see that he is a person of status and taste.
Old school, like Paris Hilton.
Yep. And actually, speaking of which, I will increment that first payment and make a note that this first month of lifestyle has been paid.
That's not where I thought you were going with that. Speaking of which. We're gonna make us a video.
So just being a socialite, staying in the public image.
Yeah. And that's actually part of what he is going to start doing now, plugging into the database, finding out where the more expensive places to dine are, and he's actually going to start a carouse check.
Okay.
So 1d6 hours. So it'll be a standard check.
Gotcha, 8.
And he will definitely make sure that he is seen at the places that like local celebrities have been known to come up and hang out at, and that sort of place. So
okay, so I got a 3 hour, and I got you at 8. Do you wish to increase that time at all?
I was looking at that, but the next increase it's times 4, and I'm not willing to spend a full day doing this. So
okay,
we'll see what I get here. Ooh, not good.
All right. So that doesn't mean that you feel it could be that there's nothing of interest on blue for that, but
Okay.
Either way, no good on the carousing and increasing your profile on blue. What is the population? Yeah, tens of thousands population for, man. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, it's hard to generate buzz when there's only a few people around.
Yeah.
Still.
That's good, though, because the 6 people here in station are just watching you.
Raj follows you around and like, kind of chuckles as you're, like, trying to be the Instagram model influencer with, like, no one behind you.
I can see Raj with a selfie stick following him, though.
But if the advocate is staying with me and the bodyguard is staying with me, that'll at least make a little waves that, wow, someone really important came through.
Exactly. That's a very good point. Yeah. Take a notice.
He had a military bodyguard, and he had a guy speaking legalese every time someone wanted it.
And then a drawing which nobody's probably ever seen before.
So yeah, after 3 hours, realizing that, there's the one place that serves anything not bat grown, and one place that serves actual uncut alcohol, I'll return to the ship.
Okay, so the crowd fails, so no information gained. So during that 3 hour span, I guess we still have Deck. What were you going to do for that? Unaccompanied.
So I was going to kind of just go out and have a beverage and see if I could talk to anybody, see if if there's anything going on that could earn us some money, right? So just hang out at the bar. Hey, just, I don't know, try to make contacts of what's going on here. Anybody looking to move any materials, I don't know how to go about it. Just, kind of keep my ears open.
Yeah, it sounds like a streetwise for you, to be honest.
Correct. Yeah.
So just like we'll make it an 8, and you're gonna go based off your intellect, I believe, for streetwise, unless you think of a reason otherwise. So go ahead, and I got it set at 8. So give me a streetwise. We'll see what you're able to come up with. Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice.
All right. So let me give you a name of a bar, right? We need a good name of a bar.
Yeah, we do.
That's why your roll tanked. He showed up beforehand and just moved the party out before you got there.
I'm rolling up a spaceport bar name right now. Space Haulers Bar. Yeah, there we go.
Given the population and the location, most people are like, what? Imperial nobility? Yeah, everyone disappeared.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they see it coming. They start whispering and they disappear.
People are on their comm. Yeah, he's heading to this bar.
All right.
That's exactly the place I was looking for.
Yeah, Space Haulers Bar. You saddle up at the bar next to a human, Villani, looking very disgruntled and get pretty drunk, slack-faced, right? And you do get him talking. So Vlad, he's fallen on hard times. He had a close encounter with his ship, the Sarkomad. It's a far trader. Was attacked recently in Clark. He was able to make an emergency jump to Blue almost 2 months ago, and he's been waiting on parts to arrive for repairs.
I'm not there. I can't say anything. Dang it.
Dang, we didn't get our comm dots yet. We gotta get us.
Yeah, so that's where he starts talking while he's drunk. I don't know if you wish to continue interacting.
Yeah. So, hey man, we heard about some attacks in Clark. We just came over from Torpal. They had a little bit of fun there too. Did you happen to notice anything about the ship or anything that was attacking you guys there?
It was a scout ship. It came at us as we were heading to Highport. Highguard. It arrived in system. It had authorization to dock here at Blue. When all of a sudden it targeted us, went around for an attack run. Fortunately, my ship, she has some surprises. As soon as we realized what was happening, we have 2 pop-up turrets in our hull. So bad news for pirates. I burned through pirates amidships here and here, he says with slurred speech. He pokes you in the stomach and the chest as he's talking, right? So yeah. He's a little drunker than you thought. He says, and she's very, very scared. Over the radio, I hear them calling for the jump. Their captain is a Varger, I think. My comms officer's not here, but he attests that he orders them to jump for Borite as soon as we start shooting them.
Before you guys attacked, had you heard anything about them attacking anybody else, or did they just attack your ship?
No. We were coming in from Tanith. We'd come in through Arinsur to Blue, just doing a trade route to Torpal and back. I know better than go to Marduk and Borite and Ogla, but that's my regular trade route.
I gotcha. Yeah, man, we've been trying to track down some friends of ours. Doesn't sound like you ran into them though. We could try to help you with your ship though, man. If you need a little assistance, I don't have any parts, but if we could help you in any way.
Well, the M drive was damaged, so we had to do a slow burn here into Blue. Unfortunately, the diagnostic indicates that it's not safe to push out back into the void. So until we can break the gravity well, I'm never going to be able to jump out of system here.
Dang, I feel like this guy would know more. I don't know what to ask him. How big is your crew, man? How many of your guys you got here grounded here with you?
We have a standard accompaniment. I got my communications officer. It's also my XO. My engineer. It's a young kid. He's only 22. We were kind of hurting at the time. Our last engineer walked off the job. Said he wasn't worth the risk coming out here. And then I also have a gunner. Max kind of multitasks. He's also a retired Marine, so he likes taking the turrets and shooting stuff when he can. But he's my muscle.
What's keeping you guys busy here, man, waiting on your parts? You got anybody helping you get the parts you need here, or are you just kind of waiting in vain?
We still got about probably at least another month for delivery. traffic, to get the message out, it took us weeks just to get a ship that was taking it in kind of a forward direction. Anything else, Deck? Otherwise, I'll flip it to somebody else's scene right now.
No, that's all I got for now. I know I'm missing something.
Yeah, you are.
I see you're telling me I'm missing something, but I ain't seeing it.
So we got Carl, Mazoon, Raj, and Zeke still together. So let's flip back to you guys.
Where are we going to now?
You didn't play an engineer last time, but you're kind of playing an engineer this time, right? Like, you run the J-Drive and shit?
Yeah.
So, like, your character would have the skills to possibly fix the problem with his ship?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking. He seemed to act like it was dangerous. Too dangerous for us to do.
If I implied that, that was not intended.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of
my implication is he had a young engineer on board. His last engineer, he left the crew because this route was too dangerous for him. Because this is a known piracy area, right?
Yeah, I totally took that as he's got somebody young and inexperienced that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing or how to fix the problem.
I got you. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, what I was registering is it was something beyond fixing, but that's what I was trying to offer the help to see, can we kind of get these guys on our good side, help us out.
Yeah, Vlad, you'd be perfectly willing for you to take a look at his M-Drive and get him out of here trading again.
Absolutely, man. I'd be glad to help you.
Yeah, he's paying 1,500 credits a day berthing, stuck here.
Yeah, I understand that pain. We just came in ourselves. It's kind of steep out here in the never land. Yeah, well, you seem like you're having a kind of good time tonight, man. Maybe in the morning, ring us up, and me and some of my crew might be able to help you out with that M-Drive.
Okay, and I should have rolled the. Okay, great. You got a 3 as well, so this is the same time lapse as the other guys.
Nice.
Alright, so you guys will actually be syncing up. He does agree to let you meet up in the morning, sleep off his hangover.
Alright, cool.
Because you know where to find us. The ship is registered at the High Port authorities. Open it back up. Everybody's time lapse is actually identical. So open play right now.
Figure out anything at the bar?
Well, Mazoon comes back and he will be on the bridge monitoring comm traffic. I mean, he's not great at comms, but
sure,
just listening to the traffic control channel to hear what's coming in.
I could set it up for you, so you could sit there and listen if you wanted me to.
I guess I'm thinking that this would be like a lot of airports where the, if you're in a plane or whatever, you can just listen in on the air traffic control. Mm-hmm. Just if you don't know, if you don't know what's going on, there's no one there to tell you what's happening. But if you know the jargon that's being used, then you can listen to everything that's happening in and around the port.
Yeah, good. I was assuming that frequency was already set when you guys got talked in.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so that's an open mic. We're good there.
Mizoon's just gonna hang out at this point, waiting for the broker to come back so that we can discuss if we're going to take on cargo right now, or if we want to go out, refuel, and maybe nose around for trouble. Of course, the issue is if we do that, we could look like a pirate ourselves, and
Yep.
on an unarmed ship, I'm not real eager to go looking for trouble.
No, I agree. I think we decided we're kind of recon might be the best path. Oh, I can't talk to you yet. I'm heading back to the ship.
Okay.
Well, actually, then, if you head back to the ship, we get there within a few minutes of each other.
Yeah.
So
There we
standing
go.
outside the ship. What did you find out?
I met this guy Daniel Vlau. Man, I feel like he could have given us a little bit of info. So I offered to go over and help them with their M drive. They ran into some trouble back in Clark. I wasn't quite slick enough to get any information out of him, but maybe tomorrow if we go over, I'll try to work on his M drive. Maybe somebody could kind of work on the crew a little bit, see if you can get any information out of them. Which reminds me, we might need a small shopping trip tomorrow too. We probably need some communication, guys. While I had that guy at the bar, if I could have just been able to hit my little headset, we'd have been in good shape. So
I have a communication device, Captain.
I bought a ComDoc today.
all right. I don't have one yet. I gotta go get a few things.
The question is, who has 150,000 credits, and how can we get it now?
The drill?
Then we
What
would
are you
have
after?
weapons. It was stated over and over again that we needed weapons.
Yeah, we do. We've got about 100 in the ship fund.
I would donate 10 from my personal.
Yeah, so we've all got about 20. Like from the 2 trips so far, we've got 106 in the ship fund, and we all got 26 credits so far. 26,000.
And if we each throw in 10 of our personal, we could have it installed.
Correct.
Great. Let me change my, because I just bought a bunch of weapons and grenades.
I feel like that's more important.
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to. We can run one more jump though, and pay for that stuff. You know.
I do get to
More advanced systems? Yes.
I would like to say that I would prefer being able to invest in a turret and weapons to go in it.
Yeah, that was my fault. What I didn't know, like, out of game, because I know you did a lot of research last time. Does the Far Trader have? What I couldn't find is how many hard points it had.
2. It's 2 hard points.
Okay.
One hard point.
I was going down
times.
the turret path too, which I'm guessing is going to be.
Yeah, that's what I was
steeper.
looking at, was double turret laser drill.
Okay.
I thought that was like 1 million credits for those.
Nope, 150,000.
Okay.
If you go into inventory and type turret into the items search,
Yep.
Right.
the single turret laser drill costs the exact same as the double turret. The next
Oh,
step
laser
up,
drill. Okay, my son purchased something else because he forked out a couple million for his turrets.
yeah, the next step up is 500,000. But
Because
with laser drills, not only is it a weapon that qualifies us for better cargo, it also allows us to gain cargo in space should we need to drill in and open things up.
I've got to imagine this is a typo, though, than being the same price.
I was going to say, I'm looking at High Guard right now, and a double turret all by itself is 500,000 credits. And then each laser drill by itself is 150,000.
I was just going by what was in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
high guard.
I might have to do a trouble ticket on that because there's no way. So double turret.
Well, that's what. So what you're saying, Andrew, is kind of where I really haven't read through high guard stuff. So, but that's what I understood. You got to buy the turret first, right?
You got to buy the turret.
Well,
then buy the
you
weapon.
don't have to, because we can turn the hard point into a fixed mount for 100,000 credits, and then you can just buy a weapon and put it on that fixed mount, but then it can only fire forward.
Yeah, it's forward arc, yeah.
Good thing we have a backup pilot.
Right, so the turret, we could get a double turret, though, is correct, $500,000 without the weapon.
Correct.
Okay, that's the way I was understanding it.
Yeah, no, you are correct. I forgot that you had to buy the turret and then fill the turret. I was just going by what I was seeing off the items table and not thinking too deeply on it.
Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, nomenclature's misleading too because it says double turret.
Yeah. Where do you see? I see the cost.
Yeah, see, I think the issue is they don't have turrets listed separately. They should list turrets with their price and then list what fills them with their price, and then maybe pre-program it to be nested in the inventory like we do in our inventory.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, that's... So I guess what I'm looking at is if we can make a few runs here while we're scouting out, checking out some of these different areas. As a player, my preference would be something along the lines of a double turret, maybe a laser drill as a kind of hidden second punch, but something like a beam laser, so that's more open and people would see, oh, they've got a double turret, but they could only afford to put in the beam laser.
Well, we can't afford it anyways, so like I didn't mean to rabbit hole us again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Man, this is Traveler, man. This is how games go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
so are we fixing this guy's ship?
What's the name of his ship?
Sarcophagus.
The sacrilegious.
That was the ship that was hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it was at high, coming at a high port, the M drive was disabled, and they made their way to blue.
This was the ship hit by the pirates.
Yep. They were hit by the same pirates we're looking for?
Yes. Yeah. I couldn't say anything because I wasn't there.
Well, then we need to get into that damn ship so I can get into the sensor logs.
Right. That I didn't put together. Yeah. They were definitely hit by the pirates.
I couldn't say anything because I wasn't there. But this is the portrait. This is a portrait that was hit by the pirates. That's the distress call that was sent out. They sent it.
I have an idea. Well, those of you who are capable of working on this ship do so. I could provide some entertainment for the crew and just listen to them talk.
He kind of knocks on his translator like something went wrong, shakes his head, walks away.
If you'd be willing to contact the captain to see if he'd be amenable to that, of course, whatever his crew is needed to help with the repair, they would need to be there. But I can absolutely cover a meal or two for the rest of them and help them save a few credits.
I'm sure they'd be pretty amenable, given. We're going to offer them some free labor. Sounded like they didn't have a lot of faith in their engineer. I don't know what he's got against young guys. I don't know that I've got much more age, but hey, if it'll get us in the shit and get them talking, I thought it was worth the offer.
I'm a decent enough mechanic, and I can handle computer shit. I can handle software if you can handle hardware.
You know, I mean, I can fix a few things. I might not be the best mechanic on the planet, but we can go down. It's worth a shot. What's funny is the thing I don't have is M drive, but it is what it is.
So if you purchase the right computer and software package, which is relatively affordable here, you can get an expert software package that'll let you make rolls for skills you don't have at a -1, as long as it's for that package. So you can pick up a electronics package or an engineering package or blah. If you actually have the skill, then it gives you a +1 to your roll.
Okay.
So, like, if you haven't done it yet, getting like a portable computer, an interface, and an expert package really helps with those sorts of things.
I've not done those things.
So, I'll preface this now. I was gonna review it when we did it, but for we're gonna go off the repairs just out of the rule book.
Yeah.
So you'll end up making your M drive check, and the effect is how many spare parts are going to be required for you to fix it. If you get an effect of 6 or higher, you're going to be able to repair it without spare parts.
Okay.
And can we task chain it where, like, I'm doing a system analysis while he's looking at the hardware specs to see if, like, I can give him a bonus to his roll?
It's really just engineer or mechanic check for 1D hours.
Well,
I don't see an exception in this case.
Can we task chain it that way? If he does engineering, I do mechanics.
I'll do that.
So I'll take start that. It off with mechanics.
Yeah,
and you finish it off with engineering.
Yeah, I'm here. You're breaking up, but I'm hearing you mechanic and Deck doing engineering.
Okay. That's something to you.
I'll start prepping that task chain. But since you guys have that information, you go ahead and keep talking.
Does that work for you, Deck?
Yeah.
As long as, I don't completely flub my roll and give you a negative, I can possibly give you a bonus. How long does this take?
According to the reference, it's going to be taking 1D hours.
Do you want to progress it to the next and just spend the day?
Yeah. I think so.
So 1d6 times 4. Do you want to roll it or do you want me?
You go ahead, because I was trying to look up.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm setting up the skill right now. I'm going to do mechanic and engineer in that order.
I rolled a 2, but it didn't pop up.
I don't have it set yet. Give me a minute.
Oh. I was just doing for the amount of time that it was going to take us.
Go ahead and roll again. Or you said you got a 2?
Yeah, but
so it's a 2 times.
I don't know why it didn't pop up.
There it goes.
Oh, it went.
I don't know why you got a +2.
Sorry.
So it's a 4. 4 times, what is it?
4 12
4
hours.
times 4, so 16
no, 16 hours for you guys to do this. What's the rest of the crew going to do while we're doing this?
Well, I am going to spend. I was just looking for lifestyle stuff, and I don't remember where that is. But I'm thinking if I spend 500 credits, make the arrangements tonight, if needed, have food have food delivered from the planet and lay out a very nice spread for the crew of the Sarkmont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, the idea is good food, decent alcohol, and I'll use a carouse to break the ice and to, you know, kind of get things going, get people feeling at ease and talking, and then see if we can pick out any details. You know, did they catch the name of the ship that was attacking them? Do they have records of that? Is there anything that they might not have turned over to port authorities that would help identify the ships? Anything along those lines.
Okay, I love that. So give me a carouse with a boon.
With a boon? Okay, so...
That's 3d6, or let's hit the boon. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a boon, yeah, and the dice stacked on there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Boon. And then I can just double click on the carouse.
Yeah, and it'll automate the roll for us.
Okay. So
There
we go.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you some more information. Let's figure it. We're gonna finish this task chain. I already got the mechanic locked.
Absolutely.
So let me get the engineer M drive from Deck there. You have a huge bonus coming.
And actually, is there a decent... I'm guessing with the Class B starport, they're probably going to have a couple of nicer hotels. One that might actually have like a meeting room that I could rent.
Yeah, there's
and
like
have
conference
food
hall
served.
or in banquet area. Yeah, you're not gonna get
Yeah.
the full. Yeah, you can't host a a 6,000 person convention in here. But yeah.
But I mean, you know,
yes, you get a whole banquet
however
hall.
many
Yeah.
people, the crew. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sell them on the timeshare. Yeah.
So I don't
And-
have him drive. Sorry,
Yeah, but you can make it an engineer.
just drop my straight engineer, right?
Yes, which should be a 0 plus whatever. Make sure you get the characteristics set, which will probably be intellect for this.
Yes.
Most-
But why did it drop? Oh, I dragged the wrong thing.
So we'll not override, huh? So I'll go ahead and just create an M drive at 0, and this will kind of override it. Or if you don't, if you can't do that, I could delete the engineer or the engineer M drive and just make it engineer. It's up to you.
I'll find it real quick.
Yeah, because that's the workaround is you make the specialization, but you set it at 0. Which is actually more how the pen and paper looks when you actually have a character sheet.
Yep.
Dang it! Keep dragging. Keep dragging the TAS thing instead of the dice. Dang it!
All right, so
Wait,
on the repair,
did you add your stat to that?
yeah, something's not right.
Because you had a +3, it looks like.
Yeah, because you should have the intellect, but it didn't log the 13 should have given you a nice bonus on a task chain.
Yep.
So what's your intellect, like a +1, right?
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't change my. I added that. It
Oh, your intellect is 8, so you have a 0. So it is, yeah, okay. But then you're the result of a 13 on a task chain. That's weird. Is it weird though? I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
so
that should have added 2 to that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm bringing up that was a +2 when he's got he's 5 over with a 13 on the mechanic check. So 5 over, that would have put you with a 7 and a +2. That would have put you at a 9. Sorry, I'm trying to get the task chain up. I'm in a voice loop with somebody. That's clear now. Okay. Here's task chains. Just so we can take a look at that. So with the 13 with a 5 over, that is a that would have been a +1. So you would have had an 8, right? With the task chain, which means the repairs. Here's the repairs again on a which is a 0 effect. Means you can't make the repair. Sorry, there's a lot for nothing.
We were slowing the time down too, though, right? So did we get a?
Oh yeah. Well, was that what? I think that was that applied to your role, Raj?
Maybe.
Yeah, but don't we both have to roll it? Roll our time? Choose our time?
Oh yeah, that would have just applied to your check.
Yeah. So you didn't roll your time. You forgot to add your +2 for slowing yours down.
So flip me a D6.
Wow.
So how many hours are we at total now?
That's 24, but he could have been doing his at the same time I was doing mine. No, the chain is sequential, not at the same time. You have to do
So
yours.
you're looking at
yours.
36 or 38.
Yep.
No, 40.
And that's
40,
that's only and that to get to the +2 means you need that would have put you at a 2 effect. You're going to need 0.8 tons of spare parts to repair him. So then the question is, are you guys flying with spare parts? Because you guys do have identical ships, so.
Do we have any spares on the ship?
I did not put any spare parts in my
We
inventory.
we didn't put them in.
Spare parts are normally purchasable, but due to the plot of this current plot of the situation, there are no Far Trader spare parts.
Yeah. We might be in trouble too. I actually that was one of the questions that I was running into as I'm trying to figure out how to fit the ship. And any same thing. We have damage, so
Let's take some of their parts.
Yeah.
the Far Trader has damage.
no, I'm saying if we have any, we don't have the parts to fix it.
So yeah, this scenario brought up an interesting situation for the party as a whole. You guys are running without spare parts. So at a minimum, just looking at repairing a critical, right? You're going to need, even if you to pass your engineer effect or mechanic effect, you need to have at least 1 ton on hand to make a single repair, assuming you can repair it.
Gotcha.
You know, I thought I saw spare parts in the item list before, but I do not see them now. I thought for sure I saw them at one point.
Oh, I don't know if they had made them as generic.
I thought they were just a table, right?
I know I saw spare parts somewhere, and I can't remember where.
Yeah, no rollable table for them. So
No, you have
look
to,
up. Go for it.
they have to be purchased just like anything else.
Yeah, we're just saying as an item in game Fantasy Grounds, there's no. If you just type in spare, there's nothing in there. So it's just text. We got to find the paragraph on it, and then I can make an item. That's fine. But we'll worry about that.
Yeah, it just.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with the time we have remaining. I'll say that.
It just makes it hard to have an item on hand when the item's not there to have on hand.
Yeah. But yeah, for now, there's no spares for your Far Trader on Blue. It's that simple.
Yeah. So we just tell the guy, hey, I did what I could, man, but you're right. You just need some parts. There's just not enough here to get it done.
I guess the kid knows what he's talking about then.
Yeah, I mean, don't be too hard on the young guy. We all got started young.
What about, like, reverse engineering and, like, jury-rigging something?
Sure, give me a D6 months roll.
No! We're staying forever. You know how much that's going to cost us?
The dragon sits down and starts drawing up blueprints and plans. It'll take about 3 months, but we could fix it.
Yeah. We add this time lapse to our calendar. Actually, it's at 38 hours, so 24 minus
40. 16 plus 24.
Yeah.
Oh, 40 hours. Cool. So 2 days minus 8 hours.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, we came to this planet because we thought this planet was next on their list of planets to be attacked, and we were wrong. And we didn't want to be wrong. So we did everything we could here, trying to figure out that we weren't wrong, and we were still wrong, but at least we found the ship that was attacked.
Did they say why they were attacked? Did you ask why they were attacked?
Okay, yeah, so you haven't, but I can tell you right now, Mazoom can get any information you want off his carouse that he got. So. And there you go, that's probably, yeah.
So once I check in, I mean, I've got a comm unit, so I can stay in contact with the 2 people from our crew doing the repairs. And once I get an idea that this is going to go on for a while, not only am I going to do the big meal and fancy that up to talk, to generate a little bit of goodwill, I'm also going to drop another 300 credits to pick up their crew's meal tabs for the 2 days that this is going on.
Excellent. So you ended up getting a 11 on your cross. So okay, I got some information for you. But go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, basically the idea is that we let them know that this is going to be a big meal at a kind of a fancy place, so that they can clean up and dress however they want. I personally don't care how they show up, but once they show up, we make sure that the food gets going, get a little alcohol going. Messenger shares a couple of stories from flight school, and just gets people to start talking, and then as things come up, start asking questions about the ship, what they've been through the last couple of months, and then obviously I'm sure the pirate attack will come up, and then start just being curious. So what was that like? What was the ship like? What, that sort of thing.
One of the crew members talks about how that scout ship was leaving that high port at the time they were entering system. They were able to figure out after they were able in Clark. They had to make an emergency jump while the attack was going on. But rumor has it that ship went by the name of Misery's Company.
So I'm guessing that you turned over all your sensor logs and all of that to the authorities?
Nope, we've been stuck here on Blue. This backwater place doesn't care.
Would you mind if we had a copy of those logs so we have a better idea of who to avoid?
Oh yeah, Vla's, he'd be willing to give it to you.
Very much appreciated. So take that copy and that'll go into our database.
Yeah. So now you have the ship records. He gave you 48 hours from the time they got in the system, and then plus the length of the jump, but ship logs from the day of the attack, the week for the jump, and then the 24 hours when they got into blue. I'll have that information on the copy he gives you.
Did they just attack you out of the blue, or?
Oh no, they hailed us. They said if we jettison our cargo, they'll let us go.
Oh, so they tried to. Okay.
What were you carrying?
We were just we were running freight.
Just general freight? No.
Yep.
Do you have any petroleum-based freight?
Do you know what port the freight was from?
No, he wouldn't. It was this is something he picked up in. So he went from Tanis. So it was an Aranisser. If you guys want to go to Aranisser, Arunisir, Aranisir. You get with the company. I could roll up I get you a company name though if you want.
So yeah,
it's called. The name of it may actually tell you, but it's Orgiana Agricultural Concern.
If that's
wait! Agricultural concern. Oh,
yeah,
fertilizer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Fertilizer.
Take fertilizer, add oxidizer.
With the petroleum-based stuff that they got, which would make a bomb. We discussed this last week.
I know.
So yeah, I mean, if the captain's willing to provide a list of everything that was stolen, lot numbers and all of that, I mean, I'm not going to push hard for that, but I will ask. And if we can get a list of all of that, just to have an idea of, what was stolen, how likely is it that they could turn this into a Starship-sized bomb? I mean,
yeah, he can give you the manifest information. He thinks it's encrypted. You'd have to decrypt it, but it was given to him by the Organic Agricultural Concern, going forward the AOC or OAC.
Okay.
So he's got the encrypted data manifest of what was in it. They don't know what. When you take freight, you don't know unless you open it and break the seal or you hack the manifest. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at the freight chart, they'll pay you 96,000 credits for this lot that's worth 1.5 million credits.
Yeah,
they don't want you. They don't want you knowing what's in those boxes.
If it fits, it ships, man.
So,
did they know?
So yeah.
That means they had to know he was coming in. So that means they had access to possible ship records and knew that they might be arriving at the point of attack.
That makes a very good point on the risk of taking freight, because you have to divulge the destination system, right? You can't just take freight and then decide to go somewhere else. You have to you agree to take it in that destination.
Yeah, unless you
and
make an agreement with the shipper to say, hey, we're going to say it's going to A, and we're really going to deliver it to B.
Yeah, that's
but you have to work with
the guys, yeah.
Yeah, you have to make those arrangements with the shipper. So, but yeah, just general freight at a starport, that's anyone who has access to that. And by the way, if we decide to go pirate, those are great people to bribe. It's the people who have access to that information so that they can tip you off. Hey, this ship just picked up this load and they will be in this location around this date.
Yeah, you guys haven't really gone down the dark path yet, but that is
not yet.
Should you choose to? Should you choose to, or should life events force you to?
But the nice thing is that this is actually giving our characters some ideas of these things that, oh, someone must have known somehow that these guys were coming in.
Yep.
So, yeah, basically, just so you know, Greg, that Mazoon's main goal in doing this is the information, but also to generate some goodwill with this particular crew, so that whenever they see us, they're like, oh, hey, those guys not only tried to help fix our ship, but man, they bought us food and they
Yeah, and this is a living world that once they get up and running again, that they choose to maintain the trade routes, you'll probably run into them again.
So oh, by the way, I need to throw a D6 to see how long this party takes us.
Doesn't matter, man, because the time lapse is not going to affect the engineer and repair chain.
Yeah.
No,
We're here for
but
a little while.
it does affect how much time Mazoon has to spend.
It affects how much alcohol you consume, too.
Hey, can we take a quick break so I can go use the restroom?
Yeah, we'll take a break, and then when you get back, this might be the end of the session, actually. Kind of.
Oh, okay. Well, then
point.
I can wait then.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You want to? It's almost 10:30 Eastern for us on the East Coast. It seems like a clean stopping point, unless we got more questions. If we're done following up here, though.
I'm good with stopping here.
Yeah, I'm good stopping here as well, and hopefully next session I'll be able to be here earlier. I've been running the shipping department by myself the last week and a half, so it's been a little interesting. But
It's all good for me.
yeah,
I know.
this seems like it. Oh, go ahead.
I say yeah. For start times, I'm good anytime after 6 p.m. on Wednesdays,
Okay.
Eastern time.
Okay.
But don't feel compelled to be here earlier if you
I don't get off till 4:00 West Coast time. So
So 7. Yeah, so we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll start migrating in around 7, and then when everybody's here, we'll start playing.
Right on. So, and then if we happen to think of some extra questions, I might post something on the Discord site, but
Yes, actually, Clayton does a very good job generally in our campaigns of doing. What do you call them? The role playing offline, Clayton.
Just
Okay.
online roleplay, just doing in character moments.
Yeah, we have a play by post channel set up. So if you want to do some character thought in there,
Yep.
you have the play by post channel created in Discord.
It's a good way of like flexing your writing muscles as well as giving like character insight that's lost in translation. You know, because you can actually get into being more expressive through written than just through this. But I want to say thank you. Great game as always. It's always fun. Traveler is a very interesting role set, and it's really entertaining to keep learning the rules and how they evolve through translation. It's quite exciting. Anybody have anything important they want to say before we get out of here?
I appreciate everybody kind of hanging in there with me as I was learning some of the costs and structures and things today. So now I got them.
Yeah, it's nice to nail that down, man. It's good.
I had fun. It was a great game.
I appreciate you guys. So yeah, 2 weeks from tonight we'll be playing again.
Greg, real quick. I can wait till we're offline.
Did you have something to say, Josh?
Yeah. All right. So Friday night, make sure to come back.
Friday night. I thought you were going to talk about Saturday night.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I'll talk about Saturday. The way you made it sound is we were just cutting off. You go Friday first because it's before Saturday.
But it's more fun to do it backwards. You
okay, cool. Saturday is Josh's homebrew game at same time as this one, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
A lot of fun. 5e D&D. Troken. Yep. Friday, because we're all bass backwards. We have Friday Night Frights. We have the Ravenloft campaign, a game done in 3 chapters. It will be a long campaign. We are on chapter 1 still. That is the House of Lament. Next, we will be moving on to the Curse of Strahd and finishing up with a homebrew mixture of a surprise world. We'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys Friday at 7 o'clock. We do 7 on Friday? 8?
I think.
8?
8.
All right.
Was it 8?
I gotta work Friday, so.
All right, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on
And
Friday.
I run
Check
my
it out.
Traveler game on Friday, so.
Oh, cool. Do you stream it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't figured out how to stream it yet. Once I figure out how to do that, I will.
Well, once you do, feel free to let everyone know. Until then,
Yeah.
say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.